Lando Norris became the first driver to beat a Mercedes in qualifying this year with sprint pole at the Miami Grand Prix. Now, the world champion beat Kimi Antonelli by 0.22 seconds, with the second McLaren of Oscar Piastri third fastest. Ferrari's Charles Leclerc was fourth ahead of Red Bull's Max Verstappen and Mercedes George Russell. Lewis Hamilton was seventh in the second Ferrari ahead of Argentine Franco Colapinto in the Alpine. Lastly, in the Live Golf, Saudi Arabia's public investment fund has confirmed it will end its funding of $6 billion for Live Golf at the end of the 2026-27 season. In a statement released on Thursday, the public investment fund said that the substantial investment required is no longer consistent with the fund's investment strategy moving forward. So,
all right,
that'll be all for the foreign wrap.
Let's start from the Live Golf. Javier, good morning.
Good morning, Dog.
And Fifi, good morning once again.
Satyasi.
Yeah. So last week we were doing this. What was it last week?
Last week.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you were not too sure that they were going to abandon it, but they've done it. You know, Javier, we had the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
Yes, Professional Golf Association. So that's where the professional golfers are. And so when this tour came, the PGA decided that no, look, the people were going to rival them because the money that they were pumping in was very much. It was huge.
About $5 billion in 4 years.
That's what they've spent so far.
Yes.
So you know what they were doing? They give every participant of their competitions appearance money. And in golf, that's what happens for the professionals. You get appearance money. But what happens in the game is that professional golf is played over 4 days. So every day you play 18 holes. So at the end of 4 days, 72 holes you play.
Holes? What is holes?
Holes. Oh, okay. So, I mean, where you play into.
The lights are expecting golf. Golf is
so,
played it.
Yeah. So
you still play golf?
I've not played for a long time now. Yeah. But so 72 holes. But what happens in the professional circuit is that after first 2 days, there's something we call the cut. So if you have a field of 100, they can say that there's a cut of 144. I'm just saying something, 144, just a figure, 144. So all those who play more than 144, you don't qualify for the next 2 days. The moment you don't qualify for the next 2 days, it means that all you have is your appearance money. That's all. Okay. They don't give you any money again. But this Live Golf people, do you know what they were doing? They pay you appearance fee, and then there's no cut. So if it's 200 golfers on the field, they give everybody money. So it was like they were just splashing money. Yeah, they were just throwing money away. They were splashing money. And now it looks as if they've realized that no, Charlie, if they don't do things well, it might go against them. And from what I've listened to Sky Sports in the last 2 days about this Live Golf, and then they're all pointing to one fact that the people feel that they are just throwing money. Yeah, they are not getting the returns. No, the returns is not coming.
How can you spend $5 billion in
4 years? 4 years.
Yes, $5 billion in 4 years.
And they paid these guys huge money for them to leave the PGA and come and join the tour. So they call them the rebel golfers. So now they know. Returning to the PGA is also going to be.
But I read some of them can go back.
Oh, even the PGA allowed some of them to play in the major competitions. Yeah. Back, yes. Initially, they were banned from even participating in the major competitions. Yeah. So that's where they are now. So now those golfers are in a limbo. Because, Charlie, the way it is, after this year, the Live Golf will be, or maybe they will have to find new investors.
And the money is not coming as much
again. They won't do it like that again. Because, sometimes you ask, hey, Charlie, so the whole field, let's say 150 golfers, you pay all of them. There is no cut. Yeah. And to be or bone so whether he wins or he doesn't, he will get money. Yes. So,
No, but is it only about golf? Because I remember some years ago, we used to have a situation where retiring footballers will go to, at that time I think it was in Japan, the J League, they go to the Chinese League.
China started it. They also started by, at a point the government said no.
No, because then now it's the Saudi Pro League now.
Yeah.
Where Ronaldo and the other guys are going with. Look at what they gave Neymar when he decided to go and play there. It's not sustainable. I mean, if you look at patronage, you look at the way people watch it and the other commercial benefits that they are getting, and you compare it to how much they spend at the end of every year, you realize that it's not sustainable.
Oh, we are talking about $5 billion.
For 4 years.
4 years. 4 years. And so the guys, John Ram and those guys, Sergio Garcia, they've really
made money.
Oh yes, they are rich. Yeah, the Shambo and those guys, they've made a lot of money anyway. All right, so yesterday at the FIFA Congress, it's currently underway in Vancouver. Yeah, and the FIFA president Gianni Infantino made this announcement.
And let me start by the outset, or at the outset, I should say, confirming straight away for those who maybe want to say something else or want to write something else, that, of course, Iran will be participating at the FIFA World Cup 2026. And, of course, Iran will play in the United States of America. And the reason for that is very simple, dear friends, is because we have to unite. We have to bring people together. It is my responsibility, it is our responsibility. Football unites the world, FIFA unites the world, you unite the world, we unite the world.
All right, so FIFA President Gianni Infantino speaking about unity at the FIFA Congress. He also announced his bid for a re-election, a third term as FIFA President next year. So, yesterday, after this announcement, then he called on stage the football federation president of Palestine to come on stage.
That was a very stupid thing to do.
Oh, Javi.
That was a very stupid thing to do.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't even finish what I was saying. So he invited him.
That was very stupid.
And then he invited the Israeli Football Federation president as well, and asked them to shake hands. And the Palestinians refused. Because, Charlie, what is happening there is not for you to come on stage and come and be doing handshake.
What was Infantino thinking about? What exactly motivated him to do that?
He's preaching about unity. So
unity?
Football unites the world.
Yes, that's what he said.
So the Palestinian FA president should come on stage and shake hands with the Israeli FA president.
Who are killing his people. Whose people are killing his
people.
You
think, and that for me was the lowest it can get. I mean, it was so stupid. I mean, when I saw it on TV, I said, what is this man about? Is he Bob Marley? I mean, remember this One Love concert in Jamaica where he united the rival political parties?
Yeah.
What was he thinking about? That the Palestinian will come on stage and shake the Israelis.
He was trying to promote unity.
That was very stupid, Ella. That was very, very stupid. That was. I don't know.
It's okay.
I don't know. I don't know what was going through his head. I don't know what was going through his head. What is happening in Palestine now? The way these Israelis are killing them left, right, and center. I want the man. You think the man could have even gone home after shaking hands with the Israeli? He couldn't have even gone back to Palestine. He couldn't have done that. That to shake hands with this Israeli man and board a plane and go back to Palestine.
But when they go and have bilateral discussions, don't they shake hands? Maybe peace talks.
I don't know, but look at the stage now. I mean, look at what is happening now.
Yeah.
And you think that you see, you can use football. You can use football for them.
The funny thing is that, do you know that the Iranian Football Federation president was denied a visa even for this Congress in Vancouver?
But if he doesn't meet visa requirements, don't give it to him.
Oh, Charlie, you are having a FIFA Congress.
Maybe the person doesn't meet it.
That same Iranian Football Federation president was denied visa to the USA for the World Cup draw. And the FIFA president is talking about peace, and this guy did not get
but the man was
a visa to Vancouver
for the World Cup draw. He was
for the
denied.
FIFA Congress.
For the Congress, he was denied.
Is
it coincidence?
No, there can be reasons why he doesn't meet.
What are the reasons?
Oh, but there are reasons why people go to the visa office and they don't get a visa. Oh, there can be clear reasons. There can be the attachment to his country. Maybe for him, it's a chance for even to do certain things outside of Iran. So, and you know, Iranians are actually on serious international sanctions, especially to countries like Canada and then in the USA. So before you be able to get out of the country, it has to be proper reasoning. So maybe he has to. But the players get out of the country.
What reason would be proper that a sports or a football federation president is going for a FIFA draw that his country has qualified
He's
for?
an administrator in a country that football is not as huge as even maybe.
So the footballer
is a member of FIFA.
Yes, but he may not be in good standing. That happens. The players do get visa every time. Iranian players, we've not had an Iranian player being denied visa. They go and come every time. The Iranian female national team, they went to Australia. Some of them wanted to stay. But for an administrator, if you don't have enough good standing for whatever reason, I don't know, but I think that it's possible. So, yeah.
Okay.
If me, I go to visit, they deny me an Iranian football. That is possible.
But these Iranians, what at all do they want? Why do they want to go and play this World Cup?
They've qualified for it, so they have to
just have to forget about it. Because last week I told you that they are not going to have it easy when they go to the United States. They are definitely not going to have it.
In what terms?
Oh, No, in terms of hospitality and everything. I mean, the way they will be received.
But there are a lot of pro-Iranians in the US. There are a lot of pro-Iranians. You know, Americans are liberal. They are a vast majority of the American population.
They were liberal until
who are against.
They were liberal until Trump became their president.
If you check CNN's recent survey, Americans are against the war in Iran.
No, but that's a CNN survey.
Yeah.
We all know.
Yeah.
We know what CNN.
So there's a vast majority of Americans who do not agree, and those guys they would not agree with what President Trump is doing. So that happens as well. So I don't think that when they go to America, there are going to be people who essentially are going to harm them because they are Iranians. Again, the Iranian regime, we know also for large reportage that there are people in the Iranian nation in Tehran who don't particularly believe in the Iranian regime.
But just like in Ghana.
Exactly.
Just like in Ghana.
So it means that there are people, it's not certain that the whole American nation are going to be against the Iranians, especially when they are sportsmen. For me, the most important thing is about security. If they are sure of security, especially when there are also a lot of pro-Israelis, when America has a lot of ties with Israel in their country, then I'm fine. I'm not worried at all.
Okay. All right. So anyway, that's the situation with FIFA. So that handshake never came on.
We shouldn't have. I mean, it shouldn't have happened in the first place. I mean,
anyway,
that would have been too tokenistic. Actually,
it shouldn't have happened in the first place.
It wouldn't have changed anything.
I don't know what Infantino was thinking about.
It doesn't really change anything.
And you see, he disgraced himself. He was embarrassed.
He did, embarrassed.
He will not spare you.
Also disgraced himself.
Infantino
he embarrassed himself. He disgraced himself.
He embarrassed himself. He was completely embarrassed.
Oh, Charlie.
He was embarrassed.
Anyway.
Hey, Master, you think it's easy? When you watch the videos and you see the pictures making rounds, it's so easy. What is happening in Palestine is so easy.
If you want to have a clear view of
so
it,
this man comes, shake hands with the enemy, and
the
next day he takes a flight, and the next day he takes a flight back to Palestine. Hey, Master, you know what will happen to him?
Anyway, Joshua, good morning. How are you? Okay. So, Bahamas, but you're welcome. Anyway, okay. So, Javier, there are fixtures coming up this weekend. Arsenal, Fulham. They have Liverpool, Manchester United. That's tomorrow. But for Arsenal, if they win against Fulham, maybe it's going to put some pressure on Man City because they'll have 2 matches ahead of them. Yeah, I don't know. But today in Italy, if Inter should win, I mean they've won the Scudetto. Yeah, that's how it is in there. Germany has already been decided.
No, Germany is decided even before they started the league. Germany, that's what happened.
You know that in the last 14 seasons they've won 13.
Yeah, it's decided.
And Leverkusen have won 1.
Decided before they win.
Dortmund is not even winning again.
No, because what Bayern Munich is doing is that they'll buy your key players. They buy your good players from your team. So Leverkusen play one season, one player shines or comes to the limelight. The next day, he leaves for Bayern Munich. Dortmund. The next day, he leaves for Bayern Munich. I mean, the same can be said about all the teams that are playing the Bundesliga. So Bayern Munich is more or less a team that every German player wants to play
for.
Yes, yeah. Everybody wants to play for Bayern Munich.
But there was a time when Ole owners indeed, told the German FA that if they don't invite their goalkeeper, or his name, they were going to pull away all the Bayern Munich players from the German national team.
I mean, they made the German national team.
Hey,
they're very powerful. They are very powerful, and they have the money. And the thing about Bayern Munich is that they've been able to rope in most of their old players. So Uli Hoeneß, Rummenigge, and those guys are still there. Yeah. They are the guys that are the sporting directors. They are the guys that are doing basically everything for the team. So. Yeah. They have love for the club. I mean, they play the club. They've served the club for a very long time. For some time was even in prison.
He was in jail.
Yeah, but he came back.
He's back. He's back a long time ago.
And he's doing his job. And the structure there is so welcoming that any manager that goes there. So maybe in Europe, that's where you have one or two difficulties because they have to play against other countries and other teams from other countries. But in Germany, I mean, there's complete stability. Yeah. And they have the quality to win the Bundesliga on any day. And Vincent Kompany, when he joined the team initially, I had reservations because I thought that he was inexperienced.
I didn't even know he could work like he's doing.
But look at what he's done with the team.
Massive work.
Solid team he's built.
Massive work.
Solid team he's built. So they're up and running.
I think Vincent Kompany, for me, justifies one of the things I've always said, that the modern game doesn't need only experience.
But sorry, the Bayern management came out somewhere last week or this week that Pep Guardiola also played a role.
Played
a role in him. And so, but I'm saying that what did Pep Guardiola see in company to be recommending him for Bayern Munich?
He was his captain at
Manchester City.
There is a very high possibility that once you hear somebody speak on radio with your vast experience, you can tell this guy will be good or not. 100%.
Well, yeah.
I mean, there is a high possibility a former footballer sees a player and says, "Nah, this guy, if things are equal."
And there are some players you see too, you know that technically they are up there and they can be good coaches.
Yes, and then they'll need a top priority. So, Ole has mentioned that Christoph Freund was the one that was constantly pushed him to call Pep.
Okay.
Who's their sporting director? Constantly, Freund will come to him and say, "Call Pep, call Pep, call Pep." He said, "Nah, the guy just took Burnley to relegation." He said, "No, call Pep." He calls Pep and Pep says, "The guy is good. Take him."
Yeah.
So for them, they took Pep's word for it. But you remember when Vincent Kompany was at Burnley? The problem was with Vincent Kompany is what today I think is the biggest problem for almost every young coach in terms of adaptability. These young coaches have a plan, like Luis Enrique. I'm not saying Luis Enrique is young, but then the principles of play, they don't change it. That's what happened in the game against Paris Saint-Germain.
Okay. Both
of them want to play expansive. Nobody will sit back even in the mid-block. They're coming to play. So at Burnley, he was playing that football. But he didn't have the materials to deliver at Burnley.
Okay.
When you play against teams that your average wage bill is 23 million, the next team is 200 million, there's a lot of gap difference. And it's hard for you to keep up. And for me, that's where he went on relegation. But he has done a brilliant job.
Seriously.
Brilliant job.
No two ways about it.
Yeah, he has done a brilliant job.
He has surprised me. I'm really surprised that.
And our assistant who was on the bench is also English.
Yeah, Banks. Yeah,
he's also English. He's English. He's done so well. I mean, for me, what even convinced me the more was when he bought Luis Diaz from Liverpool. Yeah. When Liverpool decided to let Luis Diaz go, I was surprised because I mean, before
they're seriously chasing Curtis Jones as well.
Before Slot came.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Under Klopp, Diaz was fantastic for the team, and he was one of the star players in the team with Mo Salah and the other guys. But I don't know what happened. I think that he had issues with his wages and he wanted an increment. He wanted an increment and he said no, and the Bayern offered, just like Michael Olisse's case with Chelsea. No, he almost joined Chelsea.
Palace. No, okay.
From Crystal Palace to Chelsea. He almost joined because of his age and the what do you call that?
That would have been a very good buy for Chelsea.
Oh, yes.
Chelsea's biggest problem was at the time, they had to decide between Olise, Palmer, Kudus, and I think Ryan Cherky also. And then the decision from Joe Shields, who had worked with Cole Palmer before, said Cole Palmer, he wanted Cole Palmer. And again, for Michael Olise, Chelsea were that close.
Yes, but it was the wages.
It came down to Chelsea had already triggered the release clause, which was around 20-something million from Crystal Palace.
Okay.
But then wages
was the problem.
Because the boy felt that you are not playing in Champions. If you are not playing in Champions, you give me top level money.
I think at that time he wanted something in the region of close to about 300,000 pounds a week. And no Chelsea player at that time was taking that amount of money, so they felt it was going to bring some disaffection in the dressing room. That's why they did.
Okay. So Joshua, how are you doing?
Doing very well, Dela.
Okay. All right. So let's take a look at some of the matches that are coming up today. Yeah. I think the big one will be the Fulham Arsenal game, but that'll be the last game of the day.
Yeah. So good morning to our listeners. The Fulham Arsenal game, one would say, is more or less a game that Arsenal should win and could confirm the fact that they have what it takes to win the remaining games. Because when you look closely, I think amongst the remaining games they have, you would say that Fulham is quite a tough opponent. Yes, they're going to play with West Ham, they're going to play with Crystal Palace, which are two other London derbies. But if you hear what Paul Merson was saying, he said that if Arsenal are able to beat Fulham, then it gives them a rather confident way of finishing the season, and at that, they can win the league. I want to agree with Paul Merson to a certain extent, except that Arsenal, with the way they are shaping up to finish the season, they would have to brace themselves up to marshal every Arsenal, even within their own setup, to try and get what they want to achieve. Yes, when you look at it tactically, Fulham, you can't compare Fulham to Arsenal in terms of tactical display. But if you want a team that can surprise you in very dire circumstances, Fulham is that team that can do that. And when I look at them play last week, when they played an early kickoff last week, and when I watched them, it looked like they were very confident, and they are also in a position where if they are able to rake up some points, they could be in the running for playing maybe Champions League, Europa League or Conference League football. So you don't want to write them off totally. Arsenal need to come in with a more prepared mindset of grinding the results, because if you're not able to do that, then Manchester City is going to just win their game and they're just going to come past you. So yes, I can agree that Arsenal are in very difficult situations because they know, for example, that they have not been able to beat Man City. When they needed to get the points, when they needed to get the result, they weren't able to get it. But do they have the confidence enough to be able to finish the season on a strong footing? If you ask me, Dela, I think that the Premier League is going to go down to the wire, where we are going to see who wins perhaps on the last day. But Arsenal have everything that they need to be able to beat Fulham at home. They are playing at the Emirates, luckily. I don't see a repeat of the Bournemouth situation where they were absent-minded in certain crucial moments of the game and they allowed Bournemouth to score them. I think at this time, they know for a fact that they need to be very conscious. They need to be very aware. All the players need to be very attentive. And if Bukayo Saka is coming back, I really want to see him in this game. And I want to see how they can put up a certain performance that will give them a better chance of winning the league this season.
There are some interesting pairings for tomorrow, for instance, because of the relegation, fight. So there's Aston Villa playing against Tottenham. There's Chelsea, Nottingham Forest. And then also there is Bournemouth, Crystal Palace. Aston Villa, Tottenham. Tottenham, they have very, very, very crucial games coming up. After Aston Villa, they are playing Chelsea. And Javier, it looks like probably they might not be able to make it.
It's very difficult.
So the West Ham are playing Brentford.
Now, Aston Villa's situation is also not so good because they also have other clubs which are also in contention for the Champions League, following them closely.
Yeah, Aston Villa is on 5th position.
Yes.
Yeah. And they want to play in Europe.
Yeah, they want to play in Europe. So following them closely. And their game against Spurs has come at the wrong time because if you look at Spurs, since the new manager Roberto De Zerbi took over, he's won only one game.
At least he's won one for them.
Yeah, he's won one. and the other guy who was there for 44 days,
he got to
the struggled. You get it. So against Aston Villa, it's going to be very, 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 very difficult for them. It's going to be very difficult because you see the Spurs situation is for me very pathetic for me because one, mentally they are not there, and two, they've lost a lot of key players. Now Xabi Simons is gone. He's gone for the rest of the season. And even he's going to miss the World Cup. And if you watch the game, I think the last but one game that they played, the goal he scored and his contribution to the Spurs team ever since he joined the team and started playing regularly for the team. And for him not to be available for this particular game is going to affect the team too much. And apart from that, I mean, which other player can you talk about? All the players that are very good players that you normally want to rely on for games like this are out through injury or one thing or the other. So it's a very difficult situation that they find themselves. Very, very difficult situation. And especially when they are going to play against this Aston Villa team that also did not do so well against Nottingham Forest when they played against the Europa Cup semi-final first leg. They didn't do well. For me, they were not impressive in that game. So I think Aston Villa will beat them. And yesterday, Leeds won convincingly. And they are 9 points above the drop zone.
Yeah. They look safe.
Yeah, they are 9 points above the drop zone. And yesterday, after the game, you saw the way the supporters were jubilating and all over the place because of the points that they had in yesterday's game. It's going to be very, very difficult for the teams that are battling relegation. Difficult because most of them are also playing against teams that want to either play in Europe or want to win something meaningful in the Premier League. That is how come those teams are going to find it very difficult. For Burnley and the Wolves, their fate is sealed. But for the other teams that are still in there with some realistic hope of beating the drop. Unfortunately, they're also playing against teams that are also ambitious. I mean, teams that also want to win something. That's what makes it more difficult. But I think that Aston Villa will beat them.
All right, Fee. So, how do you see Arsenal? I mean,
how do you see Arsenal?
I beg you. I've not come to you.
Nevim Nasa was a pumping a camera. But I think that what Arsenal have lost is the margin of error. You remember when Arsenal dropped points, I kept on mentioning that the margin of error keeps on, diminishing, and once Arsenal able to keep it up with Fulham, they should be fine. Again, when you look at the conversation around Arsenal versus Fulham, it's a London derby. I think that's what makes the game trickier, because the London derby, and Arsenal traditionally have always struggled to play against the London teams. The good thing is that
after this one, they still have another derby with Crystal Palace.
So when I looked at Arsenal's
and
rest of the
West
games, I realized that they're stubborn London games that are going to be in there. I'm hoping that the good thing is that most of the London derbies are actually at home at the Emirates. If this game was at Craven Cottage, I would have been worried for Arsenal. But Arsenal playing this game at the Emirates, it's a preparatory game also for that return leg against Atletico in Madrid. I think at home, Arsenal may not be flamboyant as they were in last week. They may not score 5-6, but they are going to get a job done. I think that they beat Marco Silva's team. Yes, Marco Silva's team are in contention for some place in Europe. It can be the conference, it can be the Europa League. I just don't quite think they have what it takes to stop Arsenal. I don't even think that motivation-wise, they are that motivated to go to the Emirates and beat Arsenal just because there's a possibility of playing in the Europa League. I think Arsenal will win this game. What will be the most important is if Arsenal qualifies for the Champions League, they now have space not to play any continental competition. They don't have any local competition at all in terms of the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. They have space to now prepare for the next 3 games that are left in the English Premier League to really make sure that they take it down to the wire against Manchester City. I think Arsenal's chances are hinged on they themselves than anybody else. For Chelsea, Carlo McFarlane has come. I think that it's just one of hope for every.
Will he play in continental football next season?
I think there's a possibility. Albeit it's small. No, conference day. Conference day. I don't think we should go back and go and play in the Conference League again. I think there's a slight chance to play in the Champions League again. Okay. Depending on where Villa finishes, depending on if they're able to win the Europa League. But
looking at the way you are playing and looking at Aston Villa, can you?
No, because
Chelsea.
So Villa have to finish 5th.
Yeah.
If we finish 6th and Villa wins the Europa League, we play in the Champions League as well. Okay. Because the Europa League gives you automatic qualification to Europe. So that is one of the things. In the Spanish La Liga, Barcelona have a chance to win the Spanish La Liga from their couches at home for the 2nd season in a row. They have to go away to Osasuna to go and play today, in the evening. But if Madrid fail to do the job, God willing, tomorrow, in their game, Barcelona win the Spanish La Liga. And for me, it will mean I think that Barcelona will win it. If they don't win it now, they are going to win it when they go and play in the Gran Clasico. In the next round of game that's going to go on. I think that sort of spells out where Madrid are. 2 seasons in a row, Madrid have won nothing. No major trophy, exactly. And that is not in the DNA of Madrid. We've said it several times. Madrid is a club that wins. Whether in good times, in bad times, they found a way to win. And when you look at the Madrid team and look at Barcelona team, Barcelona don't have the quality in depth that Madrid has. If you look at the attack force of Madrid, the midfield of Madrid, that defense of Madrid. In fact, when you look at Barcelona, the only proper centre back that they have in their team that plays consistent is Pau Kobasi. Gerard Martin is a centre back. Ronald Araujo is injured consistently. Christiansen is injured. Eric Garcia is not a centre back. So they are just making do what they have. And that is why I think Hansi Flick has done a brilliant job for them. It is the reason why I just cannot understand if Madrid don't make the right coaching decision this summer. If it is just because Jose Mourinho is experienced and he is Jose Mourinho, I think they'll be making another wrong decision.
Were you surprised by that news?
Yeah, I was greatly surprised.
Of Florentino Perez. I mean, why Jose Mourinho at this time?
Maybe because there is some parts that aligns because they want to win. They've not won, and maybe because there are a lot of big egos in the dressing room that they think that if it's Jose Mourinho, Mbappe knows that it's Jose Mourinho. He would have to kowtow to him. If it is Vinicius Jr., Jose Mourinho that's coming, you have to work for him. But I think that Madrid needs a system manager. And most of the times, from who I see, people have said that Jurgen is not interested in the job. But Madrid would have to make the job as appealing to Jurgen as he wants to do the job. Because Jurgen would want some control. He believes that he's good enough. You'd have to at least cede some control to him. I think that if they get a German in their dugouts, plus that German in the Barcelona dugouts, but Spanish idea is going to be very exciting next season. Okay. So, for me, that's how the season is going. Like you mentioned, Inter will go on and win the Italian Serie A if they manage to get a win. I don't know if Antonio Conte is justified because he keeps on mentioning that Napoli did not strengthen enough. They bought what's his name? They bought Milinkovic-Savic, who was the best goalkeeper in the league last season for him. They bought after they kept Ragmani, they added another centre back for him in the league. So they had done some additions. Albeit in the attack, he has not had that. But the performance in the Champions League was shambolic, and even in the league, he has not done enough. And after he won the league last season, he's not just like Conte teams do. They always deteriorate, and that's what's happening at Napoli again. I think that De Laurentiis have to reevaluate Conte. I hear that he may go on and take over the job in the Italian national team if he leaves Napoli, and we'll see how that's going to happen. So I think in Europe, that is what is going on.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so we've got about 9 minutes to hit 7. You're still tuning into your superstation, Love 99.5 FM. 6:51 is the time, and we'll be inviting some calls in a moment or two. Let's say your thoughts about what we discussed on the first part of the show. We've spoken about FIFA on the Congress currently, and the man is going for another re-election next year. So that will make him being in charge of FIFA for 15 years.
So don't be surprised if you see his compatriots, his counterparts from Ghana
go for the third term. Of course, we know that third term will definitely happen. But then he will stay for 15 years. You see, you know what they did? When he came in after, Sepp Blatter was banned, he did 3 years. But then they want to say that one, it was because Blatter was banned.
Interim.
So they quashed that 3 years.
And
so then 2019 to 2023, 2023 to 2027. So now he's going to do 2027 to 2031. Then finally he'll bow out. Is that well? But already CAF says that they support the bid.
But CAF will always support
it. They were the first, how do you call it, continental
regional bloc
to regional bloc to come out and we support 100%.
The CAF has also benefited from this FIFA.
But the other continents haven't they benefited?
No, CAF benefits.
The way they came out so
we've gotten
so early, so fast.
Yeah, because under this man they've gotten extra World Cup slots. Under this man, for them, FIFA forward money is big money. And that is why that is why every European or new FIFA president that comes in, they sort of know that CAF is the place you have to go to. You get CAF in your pockets, give them what they want, the stipends, you do okay. Yeah, politics though.
All right, 03220-83596, 83597, 03220-83596, 83597. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Dada.
Abri, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. You?
I'm fine, thank you, boss.
Yes, I think people like supporters like us and supporters like you, some of you, we have to come together and pray for this team.
Pray.
Prayer can do it.
Oh, okay.
So we should pray for them and we'll surely win one of these cups this year. I want them to win. I don't support them, but I want them to win.
All right. Then you should start your prayers, so even fast for us. Why?
Yeah, I'll do that. Remember in 2000 when how to prepare for the Champions League final, we'll do this. We'll pray and we'll win the cup.
But after that, haven't you prayed again?
Oh, forget about that. It's all year before we get that cup.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. 03220-83596, 83597, 03220-83596, 83597. We've got some 6 minutes to hit 7. At 7, we'll go for a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll be doing more Ghana domestic issues. Yes, a semi-final target for Carlos Queiroz. I don't know. Have you? Why?
Who said that target?
Does it sound funny?
Who said it for him?
Oh, is the sports minister who announced it? He said it.
Oh, okay. But I feel like you played the voice here the other time when he said that we will win it.
Yes, but he says the target for the man is
okay. We've come a notch lower than winning. So we now want to get to the semi-final.
Yeah. Maybe from the semi-final we'll move to the
We don't
final.
want to win it again.
Maybe without the means to win it now.
No, but we have the means to qualify for the semi-final.
Yeah. One leg before.
By you, can we?
Let's go and come.
Okay, we'll go and come. All right. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir. Your name and where you calling from?
My name is Bernard.
Okay, Ben, you're on air. Let's hear you.
Yes, I pray after wins today. And once we win today, definitely the cup is ours. And for the Champions League, it's hard now for us. We are winning against Atletico on Tuesday.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for your call, boss. Let me speak to Kofi. All right, Kofi, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Zando. How are you?
Hey, Kofi Sudan.
Delazo.
Yeah.
We no cry.
Good morning to Mr. Chikata.
Mushi.
Wamo.
Asna. If you just a Champions League, you be
Oh, Afa, gra.
Hey, and then why are you?
Afa.
About 20 something years.
Yeah.
When you hear that. Leave you come when you read that. Then I'm your boy, I'm saying, and Cabe, but yeah, I already say, City, Man City. Say, almost a Sunday match.
Yeah.
And as you see, EPL over Mamma was City Pa, Oma Hiti say, I know the anyway. Or the entire copy Adams and into at one.
I'm a Baba Entebia, all right, 03220 83596 83597 03220 83596 83597. Hello, good morning. Okay, all right. We'll go for a break. Let's go for a short break. Let's come back. Okay, all right. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I'm calling from Messi.
Okay, let's hear you, Mr. Boateng.
I pray that Arsenal win something this season because they have suffered a lot. It worries me. I am a Liverpool fan, but I pray that you win something. That's all I'm praying for.
Okay, all right. We thank you very much. Let's see who is next on the line. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Dela.
Yes, sir. Your name and where are you calling from?
Calling from Obuasi. I'm Terry.
Okay, Terry. Let's hear you.
I call now because before this man, I say Arsenal sentiment delegated na Man City was standing match. I jump catching and say match in your body in Ivy. Man City near standing match with you.
Pacho, Nyabotre. Last Saturday, your boy, no, on one movie into our outstanding back.
One movie, yes.
And the crown, so your boy, oh, movie into now standing up a mean.
I be me,
Pacho,
I see, of our own phone COVID, one phone market, you soon can, on phone call as a free taking in as a view, soon can. That's my budget league.
Okay.
You better the Champions League in account.
Thank you. I love your confidence, eh?
You better league, you better Champions League in this account.
Allah, but that's what it. Okay, let's see. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, bro, good morning.
Yeah, Ike, how are you?
I'm good, bro. How about you?
I'm blessed, man.
Yeah, you know, I'm still reminding you that still believe.
Yeah, we are believing.
Still believe. Yeah, as a Manchester United fan, all I know is that the city of Manchester is supposed to be red. I'll go all length to support us not to win this league.
We thank you. All right. We thank you for your solidarity. All right. Okay. This will be the last one for this segment. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, your name, where are you calling from, madam?
I'm Adoma calling from Mahilema Kokobi.
Okay, start, man. Let's hear you.
Okay, I'm a Liverpool fan. But I want Arsenal to win this league. For me, I think they will win this league. I don't want City to win this league. No. I don't think so.
Okay.
So for the outstanding matches, is it going to be 2?
Yeah, after today it will be 2.
Okay. Which team are they going to play?
They are playing against Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace?
Yeah.
Away or home?
It's home at Etihad.
They are playing at Etihad.
Yes, madam.
But Crystal Palace, when they are meeting City, it's different game over to I think Crystal Palace can help them. Trust me, Della.
I hear you.
Trust me. For me, I think Arsenal is going to win this league.
Okay. Thank you very much for your call, madam. We really appreciate it. Okay, let's do the last one here. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, Zelasu.
Hey, Jordan, how are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
Your Chelsea is struggling.
What about you?
I say Chelsea is struggling, Master.
I told you, I said that you win quadruple or what.
Right now is the double. Is the double.
If you don't know one quarter, you can't get one. Hey, I asked now, almost hey, play win over you say over J League, over this and that, Champions League. Hey, they are very papa.
Jordan, we will win these trophies to disgrace you. Why?
You can't.
Okay, I hear
Premier
you.
League 0.
Okay,
Champions League 0. If you find out you can't qualify, they come to your backyard. They'll massacre you there.
Okay, you later. Bye. Okay, so we can. Okay, Javier.
So the City, they are standing league matches. They play Everton May 4.
Okay, they play Everton.
Yeah,
May 4.
Brentford May 9.
Okay.
Crystal Palace May 13.
Okay.
Chelsea May 16. And then Bournemouth May 19. But that's just a close.
Yeah,
match.
very close. Very close, because according to the earlier pairings, in one of in some 2 matches they had just 2 days.
Yeah, but
I think the congestion will be too much anyway. But you just mentioned May 9th, and that also brings to mind that this year is going to be 25 years of May 9th. Yeah. 25 years, and yesterday I had a chat with Mr. Herbert Mensah, former Asante Kotoko CEO, and there's going to be a big event here in the Ashanti region. For the commemoration of the 25th anniversary of the May 9th disaster. It's going to be exactly a week today, because today is the 2nd. And so the 9th is going to be exactly a week today. So we will be dashing out T-shirts for people on radio from next week going. We'll definitely want Kotoko fans to participate a lot, and House of Folk fans, because we need to celebrate this one, a big one, 25 years of this anniversary. What lessons have we learned so far till now? A lot of things we'll be talking a lot about that later here on the show. Anyway, so we'll go for a break. When we come back, we'll be listening to Honorable Kofi Adams and some other issues. There are league matches coming up, but the action is going to be at Takwa. Bibiani Gold Stars and Mediema. Easy. We shall be speaking to the CEO of Bibiani Gold Stars here on the show this morning. Stay tuned.
Since the new manager Roberto Deserbi took over, he's won only 1 game.
At least he's won one for them.
Yeah, he's won one. and the other guy who was there for 44 days.
He got to
the struggle. You get it. So against Aston Villa, it's going to be very, very difficult for them. It's going to be very difficult because you see the Spurs situation is for me very pathetic for me, because one, mentally they are not there, and 2, they've lost a lot of key players. Now Xavi Simons is gone. He's gone for the rest of the season, and even he's going to miss the World Cup. And if you watch the game, I think the last but one game that they played, the goal he scored, and his contribution to the Spurs team ever since he joined the team and started playing regularly for the team, and for him not to be available for this particular game is going to affect the team too much. And apart from that, I mean, which other player can you talk about? All the players that are very good players that you normally want to rely on for games like this are out through injury or one thing or the other. So it's a very difficult situation that they find themselves. Very, very difficult situation, and especially when they are going to play against this Aston Villa team that also did not do so well against Nottingham Forest when they played the game, the Europa Cup semi-final first leg. They didn't do well. For me, they were not impressive in that game. So I think Aston Villa will beat them. And yesterday, Leeds won convincingly. And they are 9 points above the drop zone.
Yeah. They look safe.
Yeah, they are 9 points above the drop zone. And yesterday, after the game, you saw the way the supporters were jubilating and all over the place because of the points that they had in yesterday's game. It's going to be very, very difficult for the teams that are battling relegation. Difficult because most of them are also playing against teams that want to either play in Europe or want to win something meaningful in the Premier League. That is how come those teams are going to find it very difficult. For Burnley and the Wolves, their fate is sealed. But for the other teams that are still in there with some realistic hope of beating the drop, unfortunately, they're also playing against teams that are also ambitious. I mean, teams that also want to win something. That's what makes it more difficult. But I think that Aston Villa will beat them.
All right, Fee. So, how do you see Arsenal? I mean,
how do you see Arsenal? What
I beg you. I've not come to you.
Never Nasa was a pumping a camera. But I think that what Arsenal have lost is the margin of error. You remember when Arsenal dropped points, I kept on mentioning that the margin of error keeps on diminishing, and once Arsenal are able to keep it up with Fulham, they should be fine. Again, when you look at the conversation around Arsenal versus Fulham, it's a London derby. I think that's what makes the game trickier, because it's a London derby, and Arsenal traditionally have always struggled to play against the London teams. The good thing is that
after this one, they still have another derby with Crystal Palace.
So when I looked at Arsenal's rest of the games, I realized that they are the stubborn London games that are going to be in there. I'm hoping that the good thing is that most of the London derbies are actually at home at the Emirates. If this game was at Craven Cottage, I would have been worried for Arsenal. But Arsenal playing this game at the Emirates. It's a preparatory game also for that return leg against Atletico de Madrid. I think at home, Arsenal may not be flamboyant as they were in last week. They may not score 5-6, but they are going to get a job done. I think that they beat Marco Silva's team. Yes, Marco Silva's team are in contention for some place in Europe. It can be the conference, it can be the Europa League. I just don't quite think they have what it takes to stop Arsenal. I don't even think that motivation-wise, they are that motivated to go to the Emirates and beat Arsenal just because there's a possibility of playing in the Europa League. I think Arsenal will win this game. What will be the most important is if Arsenal qualifies for the Champions League, they now have space not to play any continental competition. They don't have any local competition as well in terms of the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. They have space to now prepare for the next 3 games that are less than the English Premier League to really make sure that they take it down to the wire against Manchester City. I think Arsenal's chances are hinged on they themselves than anybody else. For Chelsea, Carlo McFarlane has come. I think that it's just one of hope for everyone.
Will you play continental football next season?
I think there's a possibility, albeit it's small. No, conference ain't coming. Conference here. I don't think we should go back and go and play in the Conference League again. I think there's a slight chance to play in the Champions League again. Okay. Depending on where Villa finishes, depending on if you're able to win the Europa League. But
looking at the way you are playing and looking at Aston Villa, can you?
No, because
Chelsea.
So Villa have to finish fifth.
Yeah.
If we finish fifth and Villa wins the Europa League, we play in the Champions League as well. Okay. Because the Europa League gives you automatic qualification to Europe. So that is one of the things. Then in the Spanish La Liga, Barcelona have a chance to win the Spanish La Liga from their couches at home for the second season in a row. They have to go away to Osasuna to go and play.
What did he say about Utuado? That his target was to qualify us for AFCON.
And make sure that Ghana was ranked top 5 in Africa.
And win the AFCON.
Yeah.
Qualify, win top 5 in Africa.
Yeah.
We didn't qualify.
No.
Obviously, because we didn't qualify, we couldn't have won.
We didn't win.
And the top 5, we didn't make the top 5 in Africa.
But I think we are 14th.
So why were they keeping him? Why?
I don't know.
No, but this is a serious question that we have to ask. Why were they keeping Otuado? If his target was to qualify for AFCON, win AFCON, get us first 5 in Africa, not even in the world, in Africa. Not even in the world, in Africa. And he was not able to achieve any of these targets. Why were we keeping him? For what reason were we keeping Otuado?
I think we've gone beyond that, haven't we?
No, but I mean, it's a question that we have to ask. Because had it not been these friendly games that we played, against Germany and Austria, I'm sure Otuado, if you have gotten some very good results out of the Germany and Austrian game, I'm sure Otuado will still
be in charge. Oh yeah,
he'll still be in charge.
But then he had failed on his target.
Yes. So that's the issue. That's the point I'm raising. But we set targets for people, they fail to achieve those targets, and we still keep them. And when some of us talk about it, people say we hate them, we don't like them. Meanwhile, those who set those targets for them are still there. And week in, week out, this guy is failing on the targets. He's not achieving those targets, not meeting those targets. But we decided to still keep him. Until God blessed us with this Germany and Austrian games, those 2 games. God blessed us with those 2 games. It was God who blessed us with those 2 games.
Okay.
Austria beat us, they walloped us, we played against Germany, we lost against Germany. All of a sudden, everybody's talking about target. Oh, but this man club, we set a target for him. He has not been able to achieve it. Now we have realized that Otuado had targets. We have realized it. We have realized it.
Oh, he's not Bebeto.
That he had targets to meet. This minister, for me, he started so well, by the way he's going, I'm not very comfortable. I'm not very comfortable at all.
No, but the Football Association were bent on.
No, but you see,
him staying.
You see, we had a similar situation when Milo was around. When Milo came and everything was wata all over the place. The government wanted Milo to go. The FA wanted him to stay. The FA were citing compensation severance package for Milo. And they felt at that time that it was too much. I think it was something in the region of about £350,000.
But you see, my issue with the contracts that we are signing with our coaches is that there should be performance contracts. There should be performance, how do you call it? It should be performance based. Because Milo second time failed virtually.
So the performance in Otuado's contract was qualify for AFCON, win AFCON, top 5 in Africa. And he didn't achieve any of that. But we still kept him. That's what I'm surprised about, because how can you still keep somebody who keeps failing to meet targets? Week in, week out, you set targets for him, he doesn't meet it. Week in, week out, you pay him $50,000 dollars at the end of the month, plus other packages, plus other things that he's getting. But the guy is not meeting the target, but he's still there. He's still there. And listen to what the minister is saying. That because we set a target of 4th for Otuado, that even when we qualify for the World Cup, we should do better than the last time that we were there. And we did so well in South Africa. We should go beyond. At least the target is to get to the semi-final.
you heard it.
Kofi Adams, please. I mean, all of these things. I mean, he's for me, he's far too experienced for some of these comments. He's far too experienced for some of these comments. The Ghana should go at least get to the semi-final of the World Cup.
But if we get to the semi-final, what would you say?
Can this team get to the semi-final? Can this Ghana team get to the semi-final of the World Cup? Can this Ghana team get to the semi-final of the World Cup?
You want me to answer you?
Or if you want to answer, I'm just be sarcastic, rhetorical question. About if you want to answer, you can answer.
We can even win.
This Ghana team.
Yeah.
This Ghana team can win a World Cup.
In your. That's it.
That is why we are behaving the way we are behaving.
Oh, what do you mean by that?
Because we think everything is okay. We are not looking at what we have to do to get to the level that we want to get to. Mm-hmm. Because somebody thinks everything is okay.
Anyway, but the coach is on an European tour. He is visiting players. But he's visiting players with his technical team, the Europe ones. The Ghanaian component are still back home.
But first of all, before we go there, first of all, before we go there, the sports minister is doing a great disservice to himself and to Ghanaians.
Okay.
He's
not being real.
Yes. You see, I've said it several times, and you see, some of the things that before, when I say it, used to have problems with me, that our biggest problem in this country is the various governments. I mean, various, NDC government, MPP government, and their sports ministers. They run down on football without knowing they are run down on football, or maybe they know they are running it down, but they intentionally keep a blind eye.
How are they running it down?
When you come and you're a sports minister, and you are being interviewed on radio, and you ask you what's the target for the coach, and you tell the country that the target is to be the semi-final,
of the World Cup.
Even we should have even been thinking of winning the World Cup. You are being unfair to yourself, and you are lying to Ghanaians, because our team is not there. This is a team that you yourself mentioned. We couldn't qualify for an AFCON, which is supposed to be our birthright. In the last 3 or 4 competitions that we've played, 9 games in competition we played, we've won just two. In every competition you go to, you play at least 3 matches. You've won just 2 games. And you've brought in a coach. His CV is sumptuous, exciting. But he is just going to know the team for less than 60 days properly before he goes to play there. This European tour, it's about fraternizing and getting to know the players personally. That's all. That is all. There will be nothing extraordinary that will be done there.
They are playing for their clubs, so what are you going to do with them? It's just about talking to them.
Exactly. So, you see, the minister should not do this. For me, it's a minister after minister after. And you know the issue I see there? They kowtow to the Ghanaian populace's pressure. When average Ghanaian fan says that, we have a good enough team, we should be able to play. No. Nobody builds a team that gets the semi-final of the World Cup in 3 months, in 2 months, in 30 days. ANC. You don't have talent levels as much as Argentina. You don't even have as much as Brazil. They struggled, and they are still haven't even got there. In the last decade, they are struggling to get the semi-final of the World Cup.
Even our players, the clubs that they are playing for, many of them are fighting relegation now.
So we don't have to be saying these things. Like, see,
our skipper has dropped from Championship to League One.
The various sports ministers make it easy for the GFA to have the leeway.
That's what they do all the time.
They make it easy for them.
They are in bed.
They
are in bed with them.
They make it easy for them. Have you mentioned something? You set a target, right? Qualify for AFCON, win AFCON, be in FIFA top 5. Do you know the grey area they always used to pass through this? Whilst we are playing the AFCON qualifiers, we are playing the World Cup qualifiers. So we are playing the World Cup qualifiers. We are in the middle of it. We are on top of our league. We've not qualified for AFCON, but then the justification is that, because we've not qualified, we are on top of the World Cup rounds. We have to keep him there. But then if you have 4 KPIs and you have failed 3,
failed all of them?
No, they said you qualify for the World Cup. But at the time, you had failed 3. We're on top of 1. The majority of the failure was enough. You have to go. Like, if we are not as strict on our KPIs, then there's no need to put KPIs.
That's the point. That's the point.
We don't need to put KPIs in the various contracts that we sign with the gentlemen. Because every day they will come and go, Then we are wasting time. The developmental time. When you did the intro about Carlos Queiroz going to Europe without a Ghanaian content, that was the first thing I asked myself, what you are saying. Why is the local content? They know the team, the players. So at least one of them should be part. They know them. Desmond has worked with them for a long time. Pinto has worked with them for a long time. So if maybe you trust them enough, you should travel with them, one at least, to guide you. Oh, this guy, he has a personal problem with his wife. Oh, this guy, he has an issue with his mother. So let's approach it like this. Oh, this guy, he's this. So that you know how to go. But I don't know, maybe he also wants a clean slate to the players. He wants to know them for himself.
Which clean slate?
Maybe he wants to know them for himself.
Definitely you need, as you said, you need people to, give you information about this and that.
You see, we for me, I don't know whether it's my religious background. I think that sometimes we overburden God with a lot of unnecessary issues. Unnecessary issues. Prayer is very good. Everybody prays. But sometimes the type of thing that we want God to do for us, God has given us the ability to do them.
I want to know where you're heading to. So I don't understand you very
well. That if you have a team that you need to build, if you have a coach who is not good, and you need to get a very good coach, and you don't do all that, and on the eve of a tournament, you fast and pray to God for God to do what for you? To help you win? I mean, it's useless. I mean, some of these prayers are useless prayers. We disturb God with some of these useless things when God has given us the brains and everything to act, to think. So we allow some of these things to fester. They go from stage 1 to stage 2, just like cancer. From stage 1 to stage 2 to whatever stages. Gets to the level where we can't do anything about. Then we want to go to church and kneel down and pray that God should do what for us.
Okay.
Where we are now, it's a very good situation that we find ourselves. The Black Stars team now, it's not a very good team. That is why when we decided to appoint a coach, I was looking at a coach who is younger, take us to the World Cup, get to know the players, then after the World Cup, start the rebuilding process.
And even in the same interview,
start the rebuilding process.
The minister, I don't have that voice, but he said it in this interview that he and someone else spoke to a top-notch coach. But that top coach said that he was not ready he will not take the appointment just for the World Cup. That is why they stopped.
Yeah.
And then they went in for this one.
That is what we should have done. Because our team is not good. We have to rebuild this team. So get the coach. You see what Carlos Queiroz is doing now? It's all over the place. Familiarizing with the player, just like 50 said. Because he needs to get to know the players. And that can't take 30 days or 1 month or 2 months.
He met Jordan first. Went to meet Thomas Partey. And now he's going around to the others.
It will take some time. So get a very young coach, because this guy is 73. You can't appoint somebody who is 73 for the long term. You can't. Get a very young coach or a younger coach. Get him to the World Cup. Get to know the players. Then after the World Cup, we start the rebuilding process. Then we've gone back to the old problem again, selecting somebody who's too old to start the rebuilding process with us. After the World Cup, when he's gotten to know the players, we'll let him go. Who is this? I don't know why when people hear you talking, they calling me forward.
Oh, take your time, please. It's 20 minutes after
you get
7.
it?
Yeah, sure.
It's back on it.
I'll get it. Yeah.
But you see, it's just as a distraction. That's what I'm. So, well, you see what is happening now. I'm even forward to where I was.
You say you don't know why. You don't know why. The academic
whoever it was telling him to stop. Why? We are having a show.
So you see, get somebody who is younger. Take him there, get to know the players, at least for a month or whatever. Then after the World Cup, he comes back and he starts the rebuilding process. Now we've fallen on somebody who is 73 that we cannot rebuild with. So he'll get to know the players now. After the World Cup, he's gone. Then we appoint another coach who also takes some time to know the players before maybe the next qualifiers or whatever.
Maybe if he takes us to the semi-final, they'll give him a full-time appointment.
For how many years?
I don't know, please. I'm just speculating. I'm just saying that maybe if he should get us to the target of the semi-final, they will give him a longer, how do you call it, a longer contract.
This is Otuado thing. I'm surprised because the minister has just let the cat out of the bag. Because throughout the conversation, did you get to know that Otuado had this KPI?
No.
No.
I don't think I did.
No.
Or Fifi, did you?
You know.
Or just why you knew. So we all didn't know.
My sources didn't tell me that.
Yeah. So why was he not meeting the targets and we're still keeping?
Understand? And you see, the sad thing is that it's a contract, and so far as the contract is not between us and then the GFA or Otto, we are not privy to the information of the contract,
the details of it,
and that is why we entrust these people.
Yeah.
That's yes, we don't have to see the details of the contract, but you have to uphold it.
Do a good job for us.
Yes, you have to uphold it. But if he keeps on going, now remember when Otto was that shambolic in that AFCON qualifications. Even for those of us who constantly say that, Otto, let's give Otto time, let's build, we're always constantly making that Lucy say reference. At the time, it was the lowest point because where do you go from here? AFCON, you can't qualify. And I remember I'd seen that in that post-match press conference where he was sweating profusely and said, where does Otto go from here? He has to go. But you allow it to run. Now, look at the time we sacked Otto. Mm-hmm. We sacked him 60 days to the World Cup. You bring in Carlos Queiroz. The man will spend our money and go. Acha. I hear that there's a clause in the contract that if he manages to get to the quarterfinals, it will automatically trigger a 2-year extension for him.
Okay.
So it's a little bit contradictory to what the minister is saying. I don't know why. But if he gets the quarterfinal, and that will not be bad in the eyes of Ghanaians, actually.
But the minister, even in one of the inserts, said that they had not even finished with the contract of the coach. Did you hear that?
I've not heard that one.
Hey, you continue. I'm coming.
You are going to look for it there.
So what is
okay? Hold on.
Letting us in on some aspects of the contract.
Let's take a listen to this one.
No, we are not paying him $100,000.
You understand?
We are not paying him after that at all.
And how much are we paying?
I will check.
The president said you should be transparent.
And I'm saying that I'll check because we haven't finalized and then signed a full contract and everything in there. It's not up to $100,000. That's not true.
Hey, honorable.
No, I'm telling you that it's not true.
So I get you, but you should tell us how much.
I'm telling you. We are not paying him $100,000.
You understand?
We are not paying him after that at all.
And how much are we paying?
I'll check.
The president said you should be transparent.
And I'm saying that I'll check because we haven't finalized and then signed a full contract and everything in there. It's not up to $100,000. That's not true.
Hey, honorable.
No, I'm telling you that it's not true.
So I get you, but you should tell us how much.
I'm telling you that the $100,000 is not true. So tomorrow, if you find 100,000 anywhere, then you can say that I have lied. I'm telling you that 100,000 is not true.
So we did an unveiling of a coach for the Black Stars. Ghana, he's taking us to the World Cup. We have not finalized the contract.
We have.
But the man said he did.
He is lying. We have.
Oh, please, Javier, don't ask for that word.
Okay,
he doesn't want to tell us.
He doesn't want to tell us.
Maybe. But what he's saying, when it comes to the public, you know the reaction. That's what I'm asking. How can you unveil a coach and come back and tell us that you have not signed the contract?
I retract the lying part.
Yeah,
what I'm also saying is this: that what you put on paper is what you have agreed.
Yeah.
You get it?
Okay.
So contracts are not always what is on paper. We have oral or verbal contracts. Some of them are oral or verbal.
Yeah. There are conventions as well.
You get it? So what you put on paper is basically what you have agreed.
Verbally.
verbally.
Yeah. That is what is coming on paper.
That's what is on paper.
Yeah.
So the minister is telling us that per their discussions with Carlos Queiroz,
they are not done.
They didn't mention any amount of money as his compensation, as his salary, as his per diem. It didn't come up at all. So, and the man has been unveiled as the Black Stars coach.
Yeah.
Is that what is happening?
That's what he's telling us.
That we have not formally put anything on paper, so we assume that we don't even have a contract with him.
And that's why he doesn't.
But we've had some.
That's why he doesn't even know the figure.
But
his salary.
So you see.
I mean, how?
They should cut us some slack. We are not fools in this country. Some of us, I'm going to say these politicians, some of them were our classmates, some of them were our seniors, some of them were our juniors. When we were in school, some of us were better than them in school. Politicians, those walking around driving in their SUVs and whatever, when we were in school, our mates, some of us were better than them. Of course, some of them were better than us. Some were our juniors. Some were our seniors. Good for me, Abi. But they get opportunity to become politicians, and all of a sudden they think that they are wiser, they are more sensible than us. They think we are fools.
So we have not signed the full contract.
They think we are fools.
And we have unveiled the coach. And because of that, you don't know his salary.
On the OBA. Obi Grana, he was surprised that the whole minister
there are sometimes
will come and
no, we are not paying him $100,000.
Yeah, you understand.
We are not paying him after that at all.
Yeah, how much are we paying?
I will check.
The president said you should be transparent.
And I'm saying that I'll check because we haven't finalized and then signed the full contract and everything in there. It's not up to $100,000.
Joshua.
Yeah. I can understand why Kofi Adams is speaking the way he's speaking.
Okay.
If you are more or less the spokesperson or the representative for the government in sports, and the government is working hard to raise money towards this whole World Cup campaign, you will definitely come and sit on radio and say the things you are saying. Technically speaking, yes, we are participating in the World Cup, so we could win. But in terms of practicality, this is over the bar. Everybody knows, including yourself and myself, we all know that Ghana cannot win this World Cup.
Me, I know that too.
We cannot even get to the semi-final.
You know who win this World Cup.
Even the quarter-final, even if we get there, maybe it will take a miracle for us to get to the quarter-final. But this is where I have a problem with what Kofi Adams is saying. To me, this looks like a very disastrous interview. And it changes the outlook of our preparation towards the World Cup. For every discerning Ghanaian who is looking closely at what is being said. Why would we come and whip up public sentiment with a semi-final target simply because we have appointed a Carlos Queiroz who has come in to replace Otoado, and we think that simply because of that appointment, there's some magic that's going to happen from somewhere? It is not going to happen. You see,
I think that Joshua, for you to get the full picture of why the genesis of all of this, you have to understand why Otto was sacked now. Why the decision to sack Otto? You remember that emergency flight to Hamburg to go into that crunch meeting to sack Otoado. And I've said several times, President John Dramani Mahama too doesn't want a second administration filled with a lot of constant distastefulness in the public domain. We should be able, for him, even before you solve problems, you should be able to get it under control with your public utterances, your PR, and all of that stuff. Widely, Ghanaians had accepted that Otoado was not good enough. Yeah. So the president, and I'm not getting this from anybody there, but from my analytical point of view, the president in his mind will say, you know what, this guy is causing a lot of distastefulness in the Ghanaian public. What's his contract? He has not met some KPIs. That's enough grounds for us to sack him.
Get rid of him.
Let him go. Let's bring in an experienced coach. Now, when we bring in an experienced coach, Ghanaians, and now you look at the system, every Ghanaian football lover, his settle is okay. Yeah. We've brought an experienced coach. Then we go on, and this is where the minister is making a mistake. He wants to dance to the tune. We brought in an experienced coach so we can go to World Cup semi-final. No. This is where we should have taken an opportunity to let Ghanaians understand that, yes, you have an experienced coach, but realistically, we ought to be able to build for the next AFCON. So,
for me, that's where all of that is coming from.
Yeah,
Josh.
but
Okay.
and I was coming to Fifi's point.
Okay.
That what I would have expected Kofi Adams to say is that we admit that we didn't do the right things on time, which is sacking Otuado when he didn't meet the targets that were set for him. Number one. Number two, we are going into a World Cup where our preparation, although it's in full swing, we may not get the kind of desired result that we expected because of the situation at hand. Yes, Carlos Queiroz has come in, but when you look at all the other prevailing circumstances, it doesn't look like we are going to have a campaign that we would look at ourselves and say we are happy. So let's use the feedback we are going to get from the performance in the World Cup to prepare for what's ahead.
Okay.
Then when you say something like that, people would listen to you and say that, okay, yes, we are not where we are. There's a change in terms of, the manager who is going to lead the Black Stars, number one. And then when we play at the World Cup, whatever is going to happen there, we can see that and say, okay, we are going to use that feedback to build upon our performance and then participate and qualify for the AFCON in 2027 and in 2028.
Okay.
So that would have been a better way of addressing, rather than telling us that
now we are going to the semi-final.
No, I don't think people would really be happy hearing that.
Okay. All right, so it's 29 minutes to 8. We shall be doing the Ghana Premier League, and the Ghana Football Association's disciplinary committee has sanctioned Hoho United, suspending the club from the Ghana Premier League and all other GFA competitions until the 2029-2030 football season. I told you earlier on, that the May 9th is, the 25th anniversary of the May 9th is coming up. Yeah, it's just a week from today. And you know, the man who has been championing this cause for the May 9th it's always been Mr. Herbert Mensah. Those times when Alhaji Has, the late Alhaji Has was alive, they were doing it together, but he also passed on. And so Herbert has taken upon himself to do this. But this year is the 25th anniversary of the sad event that
25
happened.
years already?
Yeah, 25 years. And
Wow.
so there's going to be quite a big commemoration of the event. And so Mr. Herbert Mensah is spearheading this one once again. And we shall be speaking to him in a moment.
Yeah, I remember May 9th, I was then with Capital Radio, and
yeah,
you know, I was teaching at Garden City at that time, so
okay.
I went to school very late, and my mother knowing the type of person that I am with football, called, and when I wasn't in school, hey, that's something about.
You thought maybe you were in a crowd.
Oh, Charlie.
So let me just go on the lines and let's speak to Mr. Herbert Mensah. He's now the president of, is it Africa Rugby? Yes, indeed. A former CEO of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. He's on the line to speak with us. And he was the chairman of Kumasi Asante Kotoko when that unfortunate incident happened on the 9th of May 2001 at Accra Sports Stadium. Herbert, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
And how are you doing, sir?
Not too bad, not too bad.
Okay. Nice to have you on radio. It's been a while since we heard your voice here in Kumasi.
Thank you.
Okay. So, I was just telling my colleagues out here, even before we started the show in my intro, I did say that we are commemorating 25 years of the May 9th anniversary. That'll be exactly a week from today. And I know you've been the one who has been championing this cause since the incident happened. This year will be 25 years exactly, and I'm sure it's going to call for a big commemoration of the event. What can you tell us about what is going to happen this year for the commemoration of the 9th May disaster?
Well, it's something we've been doing for 25 years, so it will be a repetition of what we do, except for more families will be involved. We have some guests from overseas who will be involved. The BBC are running a whole documentary on it this week. So it will be linked. You know, we are very close to the families in South Africa who had a stadium disaster. We are quite close to some of those around Hillsborough, although not the main organizers. So there is a lot of interest over the 25-year period as to what is Ghana's position. How did we handle the investigations? Was a sense of justice and closure brought? What infrastructure changes were brought? It's a constant assessment. There's no full stop. It continues as people go to sporting ventures, whether football or something else. And when you have situations like what happened with Pule last year, then it saddens people that people still cannot control themselves in stadiums. But the world has moved on in 25 years. It's a point of celebration that we have kept it going for 25 years. It is something that is dear to us insofar as this year we have a number of the young children. I know Rani in Accra, who's a Hearts of Oak supporter. She lost her husband. She was a teenager at that time, so she's still young today. And her son, who never saw his father, has just graduated, and they are looking for some form of assistance, which we will hopefully be able to provide for them. So there's a lot of beautiful stories of children, some occasionally even baby grandchildren, their mothers and people who are still in touch with us. We are in touch with them. But as always, these last 15 years, 20 years, there have been other charities which have joined us. And I'm the secretary to the Shenyang Shenyuan Hole in the Heart Foundation. And we have performed surgery on over 110 children, 115 children in the last 15 months at Kolebu. And you know, hole in the heart is a terrible condition especially for children.
Yeah.
So they join us, and that is the Sunda Group who do Cleasoft, Soft Care, and other products. The owner is a good friend of mine, and he has been quick to support. Initially, a lady who was involved in Ghana Rugby. Unfortunately, the son passed. So they will be definitely with us. And there are other great leaders who have great empathy for what happened in May 9th. We have Haitham Fakri from Interplast, who has been the longest serving, if you can use that word, in support of us. I know he's got Kotoko in his blood. And he, from 25 years ago, has been supporting the cause. So you'll see people in Interplast T-shirts and other related T-shirts. We've sent a lot of the T-shirts out to King Edward at Hello FM.
Okay.
And, I'm sure that he'll be distributing some to yourself. Kivo are very big, as we know, massive brand. The MD, Shailesh, is a giant. And they are supporting us. Decimoni are providing us with a massive low loader to be able to put music on board and really highlight the event in a very special way. And then the others, Melcom, have given some products. Kwabna Kessi always supports us. He's given us 8 rooms this year at his hotel, and there's a financial contribution as well.
Okay.
Because we shall be coming up from Accra with about 100, 200 people are coming up with us from Accra for the event.
It's going to be a big one.
From Accra, yes. They'll all be up for the event on Saturday.
Okay.
Friday, obviously, we are at the mosque with the chief imam and the chiefs and we're expecting a lot of people. We've extended invitations to everybody. So whether there are a few of the MPs who I know who have indicated they will come. The Honorable Muntaka, I think, is out of town, but he has sent us his wishes. Otherwise, he would have joined us this year. Asensu, on the other side, I know if he's back from his trip, would like to be a part. So a lot of people, and we are seeking audience with the great man himself, Otumfo, who called me on that fateful night that it happened. So he's very much a part of this tragedy, and the team is his, as we know.
Okay. All right. So the activities will start from Friday through Saturday and then maybe end on Sunday, right?
Essentially, though we will be in town before that.
Okay.
To hang out with families, be with families. We have a lot of interest in a lot of them whose children have gone on to school and colleges. We do some level of mentorship. You cannot cover everybody, but certainly a lot. And then the other groups who are with us, don't forget, we now move with the disabled group, the people who are involved with the flood at Atomic. They join us every year. The Hole in the Heart and others. So there are 5 or 6 other major charities who along with us. We have objectives apart from the word. We're helping some with schools, providing laptops and the rest, which actually Kivo Group have kindly agreed to donate. So we shall be giving those out to some kids.
Okay.
And there are others. I think GB Foods and others who compete with Kivo are also going to be contributing in some way. It is huge. It's not about us. It's about the people. It's about the memory. It's about something which the whole world, where they've had smaller tragedies, there's still huge respect for the families and for those who have passed.
Okay. But Herbert, 25 years down the line, are you satisfied with the sort of reforms that probably Ghana has had in terms of spectatorship at stadium up till now? Have you been okay with it, or you think that there is more to be done?
I think there will always be more to be done. And our job is, as I said on that day when I addressed the nation, is to make sure that the country does not forget.
Yeah.
And to keep flying the banner. I'm a believer in standards. You will recall from when I run Kumasi Asante Kotoko, you set the bar high. You don't set the bar low. If you set the bar low, you get mediocrity. Set the bar so high, and that should be it. So whatever the standards are in terms of discipline, in terms of management of matches, stadia, officials, the input from the GFA has got to be bigger. The input from government has got to be bigger in terms of where they go, as well as the education from the circles to the fans to the supporters, the chapters in terms of hearts of oak. It is massively important.
Yeah.
Ghana sports is going backwards, and we have to find a way to arrest the going backwards. I mean, now, in my current position, I travel all around Africa, and I meet constantly with different countries, different presidents, different sports ministers, and if you run through it, you will understand why Morocco and them are doing well. The amount they apply to their GDP to sports. The minister in Uganda, who I deal with, extraordinary man, and the investment in sports, and we see it across the continent. And I think that we have to use every means to get Ghana to wake up, understand that we're going backwards, and find a way for us to move on the front foot.
Okay. Before you take leave of us, I know that in recent times, as you said yourself, you've been traveling, there's a lot on your plate, but I'm sure you're also observing Ghanaian football from afar, and the Black Stars qualification and Otoado's sack and all that. What do you make of our current state, the Black Stars going to the World Cup? 2 months before the World Cup, bringing in a new coach and all that.
Well, I think first and foremost, I'm a great supporter of the Black Stars, and I think every Ghanaian should support the Black Stars, irrespective. In sports, there's winning on the field and there's winning off the field. We should never get confused between the two. Often, I think a lot of fans do. And winning off the field means that your books, your finances, the management, the basic organization is being handled in a certain way. And the bottom line is that it should be profitable. The bottom line should be met. In the case of football, I've always believed that there should not be government intervention. I've always believed that those who are custodians should be smart enough and commercially orientated enough to be able to raise money from the private sector and other means. But notwithstanding that, they are the same people who determined the technical direction of the sport. I do it in my sport. I did it when I was at Kumasi Asante Kotoko. You look at it and decide on how your planning is, how you see the future.
Okay.
And if you're visionary, then your today's actions are dependent on your tomorrow's expectations. If it has taken this time to decide that Otto Addo is not good enough, it's late in the day. Carlos Queiroz is a very accomplished coach. He does not have a great record at World Cup, but that does not mean he's not a very accomplished coach. The Black Stars have seen this through the history of time, poor administration, and yet the players themselves try their hardest to produce something special. I think this time it will be a little bit difficult for them. The balance of where they go in terms of the group means that anything is possible. There's no reason they can't win, early matches and then strategically plan as to where they'll go with the next. Carlos Queiroz certainly understands that terrain. Are the players good enough? Have they been well prepared? Are they stable, or are they demoralized by what is going on? What is the leadership team and the team like? How does it really work within the caucus group of the Black Stars? And whether the management team themselves are okay. And there's a lot of self-examination. I've always said there are public servants there to serve. We don't work for Kurt and his team. They work for us. They work for the taxpayer. So when they make decisions, they must live by those decisions and die by the decision. Ghana as a nation deserves to always be in the final qualification. We've excelled in South Africa. We've excelled at various points, and we've seen Morocco reach the semi-finals. Our failure to get through to AFCON was unfortunate. The fact that we've gone to the World Cup says maybe we were looking bigger in different things. I don't think so, but maybe that was the kind of plan in terms of looking to go forward. Now they have a countdown in terms of time, and they've got an activity plan in terms of preparation. The psychological makeup of the team and the leadership within the team, it is that Black Stars management leadership team that knows or should know what it is doing. What I know from football is that there'll be 30-something million coaches, referees, and observers watching every move of the Black Stars. And if the Black Stars do well, we will celebrate it, and we'll take off our hats, we'll congratulate Kurt and his team. But if they don't, as some people suspect they don't, then it is we must continue supporting the Black Stars, but the custodians of the national team should fall on their sword.
Okay. All right, Herbert. It's always a pleasure having you. Thank you very much. And I hope to see you during the week. And we wish you a safe journey when you're coming to Kumasi.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, so you're still tuning to Love 99.5 FM, and you heard us speak to Mr. Herbert Mensah. He's the president for Africa Rugby, former CEO of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and it's all about the commemoration of the 25th anniversary of May 9th. It's going to happen from coming Friday and Saturday here in Kumasi. So, Javier, just before that, I was just about going to mention that Hoho United have been suspended from Ghana football. I don't know who advised them on this decision just to withdraw from the league, saying that they were not getting fair officiating and all that, so they withdrew. Now the club has been banned. It's not just about the ban. Now the committee also found them guilty of misconduct and formally notified the GFA's decision to discontinue. Okay, now it says that as a consequence of the suspension, the disciplinary committee has ruled that all registered players of the club shall be granted free agent status by the GFA's Player Status Committee. Free for all encumbrances, save the conditions attached to their transfers from their previous clubs to Hoho United. Further sanctions include a demotion of the team with the club set to compete in Division 2 under the Greater Accra Regional Football Association. I don't even know if they want to continue playing football. Now the committee also directed the club to refund all forms of support received from the GFA for the 2025-26 season, including the financial assistance. That was the 1 million that was given.
But he spent it.
So that's where I am. Also, I was like, how can they be participating in a competition and then you tell them that they should come and pay this
giving
money?
them money so many months.
The decision further emphasized the suspension does not absolve the club of any existing football obligations owed to the GFA or its members. Now, in line with the GFA status, the ruling allows Hoho United a 3-day window from the date of notification to file an appeal. So that is where we are now. Okay, so we are going to do the Ghana Premier League as well. We don't have enough time. Quickly, I have online the CEO of Bibiani Gold Stars, Kwesiedu, on the line with us. You know that they are playing against Mediema tomorrow at the Takwa TNA Park, and it's going to be a cracker of a game. Mediema are leading Gold Stars by, is it a point or two? I think a point, And many feel that this game is going to be a decider. Kwesi, good morning.
Good morning, Delasso. How are you, my brother?
I'm very fine, and you?
I'm doing very well, and my regards to your crew, Zandu and my own man.
Javier Clemente.
Yes, my man.
Anyway, Kwesi, tomorrow is going to be a big game at Takwa. How ready are you guys?
Thank you for having me, my brother, this morning. In fact, it's a game that, for instance, Abidjani shows that any good results will say game over for us. But looking at Mediema too, they're also looking up to maybe extending their lead. But the league is not yet over. We still have some matches more to play. And I feel that it's a game, though, because of it's between the first and second. But from my data that I'm working on, statistically, the last 3 years, they are not so much better than us, because if you do a point build-up from the last 3 years in the points accumulation, both home and away, we still have marginal points ahead of them. So it looks that the way people are thinking, scientifically, it doesn't work like that. But we go in our heart out, and I believe Coach Marcus Fritz has prepared the guys very well under the week that we didn't play. So we go in the game and perform better as expected.
Are you guys already in Takwa?
Yes, we are there.
Oh, okay. But they said they are painting the stadium yellow. Does it not scare you guys? Move in yellow.
You know we are already yellow. Good is yellow, so how would yellow disturb us?
Oh, okay. maybe the move would disturb you.
What about the green that we also vote?
Okay. Anyway, but this is a very crucial game. But are you guys sure of victory?
Oh, at this point, I should say yes, because as I said, if we get any good results, whether even win or draw, we can say that we are champions.
Really?
Yes, because we just have to disturb them in getting these 3 points. Because the data that I hold, statistically, the league will end. We can see the champion at the end of 34. And from my point, we have 3 home matches to play. They have only 2 matches and 3 away.
Okay.
And if you do marginal issues, Mediema are not so much super in winning matches away for the last 3 years. So it means that we still have to fight hard. Any results that go on our way, if a win or draw, that one is a super plus to Gold Stars.
Okay.
But even if you lose, it doesn't mean that the league is over.
Okay. All right. Kwesi, thank you very much. And let me not disturb you guys. I know you guys want to concentrate for the game tomorrow. So wish you good luck.
Thank you for the good job you have been doing for me. And I appreciate it all.
Thank you, too.
But let me ask Champion CEO. Champion CEO, how do you feel? Because at the beginning of the season, when you sacked your coach and everything, myself, a lot of other journalists criticized the decision, you and your board. But it looks as if that decision has yielded results. It's turned around. Maybe when we finish the season, you go deeper into it. But at this stage, how do you feel? Do you feel vindicated already?
Oh, not really like that. But you see, it tells you that we saw something that we needed to act on it at the earliest point in time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you are looking up to a situation and you think that the earlier you dealt with the matter so that you can have your results in a long term, that's exactly what we did. Because we didn't want to wait till maybe we get into the heat of the league, then we take such a decision. That would disturb us a lot. And I'm saying that looking at the Gold Stars team from last season and this season, look, there is a level of consistency. So if a club and you think that you see that your team is trying to bend down, and you are solving it, and you could see that the players are okay, the best you can do is that you sacrifice the head, and that to bring the changes.
Okay, and that's what has brought the changes, positive changes as well. Yes. Okay. All right. So enjoy it. I think we'll be speaking on Monday or after the game tomorrow.
I'm all yours.
Okay. All right, Kwesi. All right, so that's the chairman for BBNA Gold Star. So yesterday, Bechem United defeated 11 Wonders by 3-1. Today, Swede Royal Blacks are playing against Vision FC at the Ni Krauku, the second sports complex. Then tomorrow at Takwa, TNA, Bibiani Gold Stars, Mediema. Now, Nations FC will be playing House of Folk at the Kwame Chase Sports Complex. Then elsewhere, we have Summertex also welcoming Basake Holy Stars to Summer Boy. Karela are playing against Young Apostles. Adriana Stars face Heart of Lions. And Hamza Obeng, I think this will be his first game in charge. Dreams FC, Kumasi Asante Kotoko. So those are the fixtures coming up. Have you just have a bite on the matches? They're just a quick one. Especially Nations, Takwa, Bibiani, and then the Kotoko game.
The Takwa game is going to be a very difficult game.
Taliban, the Takwa Township they started preparing for the game from last week.
But you see, the thing about Mediaman now is that when the league started, I think getting to after the first round, they were some points ahead of the second team. But I mean, they started dropping points here and there, and to the extent that Gold Stars is gradually catching up on them. In fact, the Gold Stars even came on top, but then they also so just like what he said, if you look at the remaining fixtures, I mean, they have to play 3 games at home, and I think 2 away.
Yeah, and then Mediama played 3 away and 2 home.
So any results today, for Gold Stars, I mean, if you're able to win or even draw,
they will appreciate.
If they draw today's game, they have a very good chance of winning the game.
Okay. So Hamza Obeng will be having his first game in charge of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. That'll also be tomorrow when they play against Dreams.
Kotoko acted like Ghana, allowing Utuado to stay for a very long time. Kotoko allowed the former coach, what's his name? No, they allowed him too much time. They allowed him too much time.
That's a 03220 83596 83597. Let me see whether we can invite some 1 or 2 calls. Don't forget that we are commemorating the 25th anniversary of the May 9th disaster starting on Friday. You heard us speak to Mr. Herbert Mensah. He also shared his thoughts about Ghana football. 03220 83596 83597. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Dada.
Abri.
Yeah, yes, Bibiani Gold Stars and Mediama FC. I think they should play a better game for us to watch. They are the only best teams in Ghana now. Without Haas and Kotoko, they are there. So they should do it well and play it well. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Abri. Let's see who's next. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Your name, please.
My name is Hamza. I'm calling from Seshubuaku.
Hamza, you are at Jinyasi. What was saying?
Daddy.
Yes.
Me bomb pie say Hamza been betting a copy. Tell me more point. I drink sexy here.
Sir.
Na ya catch board ne say. E dina pop up bonten CEO no. Osha nipa obetimi adwuma pa Professor Dr. Ochilade Mensah.
Okay.
Former CEO Emma Kofanochi Teaching Hospital. Innovation de call Kofanochi, he Kofanochi Munia Dadeno. Obitmia be healy Kotoko. Kotoko, Yaria, Ibitmia San Yaria.
Was there one panier? Was there one Kotoko panier?
Panier, I don't panier, Professor Dr. Ochade Mensah. Okay.
All right, Hamza, thank you very much for your call. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, bro, good morning.
Yeah, Ike, let's hear you.
Yeah, the Black Stars sports minister for issue that issue. I will leave that one for Kofi Bajum and the rest of the
Ike, your line is breaking, please.
Hello, is it better?
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah. So I was saying that for the Black Star issue, I won't talk about it. I will leave that one for Kofi Bajum and the rest.
Okay.
But a bit on the Ho United thing.
Yeah.
They said that he who calls for equity must come clean. For prior to their qualified to the Premier League, we know what happened, and that's between them the issue between them and then that of Kutuku Royals. We heard all those things, and so if you have come to the Premier League and someone is also mafiaing you, and then it is what goes round comes round. You keep quiet and so far. And besides, whoever advised them to stop playing this has done them a more harm than good.
Okay, all right, Ike. Thank you very much. Let's see. Hello, good morning.
Hi, Delatu.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Richard.
Oh, hey, Abuakas here.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Okay, let me hear you now.
We are coming like a kite. Yeah, the Asgo that you already knew. Now we are reform side. We are coming. Okay, so I think the match between Mediema and the Ghanaian Gold Stars, I see those things as it's going to be a match of equal. So a draw wouldn't be a surprising result for me.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Richard. We can't pick any more calls. It's 8 o'clock. We need to join the feed at Joy 99.7. Gentlemen, thank you all very much. Big thank you to Javier Clemente, the professor himself, and also to you, Fifi, Kwache, Manfred. The thing is happening when?
It was I beg you.
Okay. I shouldn't start.
I beg.
Oh,
they give me one I beg you.
They give you one.
Okay. So we did it to your man, and you were very happy when we were doing it.
Your money be open, man. No be I beg. If somebody the money, they do your own thing. She say no before.
Are you now about the and that's why we Charlie, no person stop here now.
We are back on. Pacho.
Date together, baby.
But you need to.
Okay, so Joshua, Steve Zando, and myself, and Joel, thank you very much for handling the social media bit of it for us. Thank you very much. We'll join the feed at Joy 99.7 as we bring you news file. We'll meet on Monday, God willing, at 7 a.m. on the Love Sports Center. Then later at 3 with the Love Sports Blaze Extra. Enjoy your weekend, stay out of trouble, and enjoy it. Bye-bye.